Hello, welcome to Access. I'm Rob, joining us is Dave.
Hello.
It's our annual PES showdown, Dave, at Gamescom.
Oh, yes. And what a showdown it was, Rob.
We've got a couple of second halves for you,
Yes.
haven't we? Because we looked through the footage that we captured today and felt that these were the most entertaining halves of football we played.
Yes. So many on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
You're going to say these were the most entertaining? Yes, they were. We should say, Rob, this is the newest build of PES 2017.
The newest build of PES 2017. Arsenal are in it this time, licensed.
Yes, they are indeed. This is them playing against Barcelona. And what's more...
I am Arsenal, by the way, in this right now.
What's more, thank you for that crucial bit of information, is that this will be the demo. This is the same
soon.
build that will be on the PSN for you to download and demo for yourselves. So look forward to that. We had loads of fun playing it, Rob, again.
Yeah, I mean, we've got videos of PES 2017 on the channel already, and we've already said how brilliant we think it is, and I don't think that has changed with the new build whatsoever. In fact, it was even a bit better, I would have said.
Just to, some things ironed out, I guess. I'm not a great one for being able to describe why football games are better.
Good
but
cross
I
by
just had
Bellerin.
so much fun.
Chamberlain.
It's like you know what's going to happen.
Ozil! Oh, what a goal, Dave!
Yeah, it was
What a goal.
It was all right, you know, whatever.
Let's actually analyse this goal in terms
No
of why it
need
makes
to.
better.
No
The
need
cross
to.
here, just the bend on it, the lovely little cushion
It's a
header,
nice
and the fact that
bit of
Ozil
control.
finishes that.
I like his knee control there.
It's beautiful.
To just like, doom, yeah, bang.
What I always love about PES, Dave, and I've always been a massive PES fan, is the feeling of connection you get between yourself and the action.
Okay.
Like, so many times it does just exactly what you want it to do in terms of the way players will control it, the speed at which they run as well, the change of pace you can get, and that little cushioned header from Oxlade-Chamberlain there to Ozil to set him up for that goal was just so satisfying to pull off because it was exactly what I wanted him to do.
Yeah.
Just a little knockback from that cross in. I could tell Oxlade-Chamberlain was not going to score a header from there.
Yeah.
So I kind of adjusted what I was going to do at the last minute for a little knockback, and it worked. And it was satisfying.
I think, you know, to be fair, that is probably the mark of a good football game, isn't it? It's the mark by which most football games will be judged. Any time that something happens that you didn't expect or you didn't want to happen, you know, the ball goes to the wrong player.
It feels frustrating, doesn't it?
That takes you out, and you're sort of like, oh, I didn't want that to happen, and it makes it just disappointing, and it takes you out of the moment. So when that isn't happening, that is...
I guess it must be the hardest thing to do when you're making a football game, is to make a game that the majority of the time does what the player wants it to do.
Definitely. I think, you know, and the classic one is sort of player selection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you hit L1 and it's not the player that you were looking at. It's like, come on, game, how did you not know? I was looking at the other player.
Rugby tackling Chamberlain to the ground.
Well, yeah, I found the rugby tackle button. But
there is no rugby tackle button.
No, we should say that was a joke. Yes, that was lucky there. Don't need any more goals from Arsenal now. Barcelona having a bad day at home. It has to be
you're
said.
controlling them, aren't you?
Well, there's going to be all kinds of banter like this. Now, Rob, I don't know if you noticed, I'm pretty sure you didn't, but I made use of one of PES's returning features. So I don't think this was in last year's game, but it's back from classic PES.
Yeah.
And that is I've put Barcelona on ultra attacking.
Ultra attacking.
Didn't work.
Oh,
look at that. Look
that was
at that.
a header back to the keeper.
That is confident
Nearly
defending,
an own goal.
That is incredible confidence.
I mean, the
defending.
fact that ter Stegen just caught that
goes
some way to showing how good the keepers are this year. Imagine if that was a backwards header in last year's PES. It'd been a goal.
Yes, and I mean, we've said this a few times in the previous PES 2017 gameplay videos we've done, but the keepers are so much better this year.
It's a relief, really, because not just because they're better, but because it gives us something really concrete to talk about in terms of why PES is better, because so often it's hard to articulate what it feels like and how it feels different. But an easy thing to say is the keepers are so much better than they've been before.
Yeah.
So much better.
But not to the point of it doesn't feel unfair, and it just feels right. It just feels like they make they're professional goalkeepers. Yeah. They should be making these saves, and they are.
If you hit a shot that isn't, going in the corner, that's down the middle of the goal, the keeper's probably going to save it.
Yeah, exactly. And they're acrobatic. They can again, just as a professional goalkeeper is.
Tried to kill you there. Oh, look at this. It's Sanchez. What's he going to do?
Game's over.
He's cut inside.
Game's over, ref.
He's done that guy as well.
That was bad.
Sanchez. Oh, what a strike, Dave.
It's funny, Rob. I'm not sure
What a strike.
you have a career as a commentator because you sound incredibly biased.
Really?
And also like you know what's going to happen, which, you know,
like
I don't know how you've managed that. Maybe that is a good
just the change in
commentator's.
direction. I love the way that PES always gives players like Alexis Sanchez just the ability to do this. I mean, the play that's unlucky there for you, the play breaks down. But there's this little cut inside there. Your defender, you can't react to that.
No. And it makes it easy, doesn't it? It's not... I'm assuming, you know, you weren't even holding R2 for close control there.
I stopped sprinting and just ran the other way.
That isn't hidden behind a button.
No.
That is just, he is a good enough player to be able to make those.
I mean, there are skill moves you can do in PES.
Of course there are.
That we aren't ever really good enough to pull off without looking like complete numpties.
No.
But the fact that you don't need to be putting in ridiculous combos to just wrong foot your player, a little change of speed, little change of direction, and you can easily do a man.
Yeah, exactly. Well put.
Thank you.
So you've had me there.
So this is the second half of our second game. You're now Arsenal. I'm Barcelona.
Yes.
And we left it at half time with the score at 1-1.
Yes. We, you know, they were all right. They were okay goals, but this second half, bit more action, I think, bit more enjoyable. So
this is Barcelona. I was going to say doing their classic tiki-taka there, giving it away stupidly.
Yeah, and I think actually you've got tiki-taka on. So you can see, we've talked about this before, about these new tactics that you can implement on the fly. And they're displayed by that small circle, like a bit like a D-pad, by the player name. So we've both got our sort of first attacking option on. So
I'm just not getting the ball here.
The vertical...
I'm just not getting the ball.
Bosh.
I'm crying out loud.
Don't worry about it. Oh, he's angry. He is upset with that. Well, I'll talk about that.
Got
when
away
we come
from
back
me
to
there.
It.
You can
see that? Arsenal. That's who he plays for.
Do you know what I really like, Dave? When you go back to Sanchez there, the number on the back of his shirt, you can see the shine of the material it's made out of.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that kind of thing.
We probably get too into this. I mean, we've been just looking at the ball again during these replays. The ball this year
the best ball I've ever seen.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm
sad to have said.
Come on.
So, yeah, that D-pad sort of shape by the player name, you can see it's got a sort of two vertical slices and two horizontal slices. The vertical ones are for different attacking tactics, and the horizontal ones for two different defensive tactics. And so you can turn those on and off on the fly. So you can see we've both got our sort of top attacking tactic on at the moment.
Yeah.
But crucially, neither of us knows what the other one's doing. So I really like that, because if you're going to get deep into PES, you're going to have to read what the other team are doing, you know, by the way they're playing.
You're going to have to identify what tactics they're using, not from what you can see on screen, but from how they're actually playing the game.
Exactly. It doesn't just tell you what Barcelona are doing and Arsenal are doing. You have to just to read it. And what's more, you know, if you've got something turned on, you should be adjusting your style of play to suit that, which I think probably neither of us did in this game.
Yeah, I was going to say, also crucially, I didn't bother changing anything, as is my usual tactic.
That's right.
My usual tactic is to be non-tactical.
If you want to,
I just like playing the
that.
game. Like, I just like getting on with it. Can't be bothered with tactical sliders. But the good thing about them this year is you can set them up in the gameplay, you know, when you select your team.
Yeah.
And you can just set them so you can just change them with a press of a button. It's really, really easy to change between tactics if you want to.
Yeah, and I think, you know, in the world of sort of like...
I can't get anything going here.
PES World Cup or whatever, you know, just online, people who are really into their online. And here's a whole new layer now of tactics, a whole new layer of skill that you can implement online or you know, just against another opponent to show how flipping good you are at PES.
Come on, Messi. Come on.
Nah, Messi's rubbish, mate.
Oh, he's done you there, though, hasn't he?
He has done a nice little move here. Don't worry about it, though.
Nothing. Everyone missed it.
We've had quite a few crosses in this game, as I remember, that just flashed across the front of the goal.
That's what I like, because that does happen in football quite a lot.
Of course it does.
A cross will come in and it will just go nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Neymar, it looked like he did a rubbish shot there. If you actually go back and look at that, you will see Mertesacker just stretches his leg out enough and he just nicks it away from Neymar just before he's about to pull the trigger on a volley. What's going to happen on this counter-attack? That's quite a good play there.
I am really good. So look at this.
It's gone to Chamberlain.
Bosh. As soon as he's just nipped that away from his body there in the box, you know he's going to
look at the shine. He's done the bird. Chamberlain loves it.
He does. Yeah, he's very pleased with that. Let's
This
see
is a
again.
really good counter-attack because you can see, I mean, I had desperation in my play here, and you can see my desperation by the way my defenders are floundering around.
They're sort of all
desperately
over,
trying to get you.
not knowing what's going to happen.
The counter-attack was too quick, and it finished me off. A
I'm
nice
happy with
goal,
that.
Dave.
Below Tech. Nice little bit of celebration as well to boot. Yeah.
Well, you've done me, Dave. It's 3-1 now.
I just, as I've said, Rob, I'm not very good at articulating it, but just PES this year just seems loads of fun. And I just want to play some more of it, really. I'm not sure exactly when the demo's coming out, but it's not too long. And then the game itself releasing in September. So
it's a slower, more methodical game than it has been before.
Yes.
The passing feels really satisfying. The reactions of it, how organic it feels and how it connects to your actions feels really satisfying. It's just great. I love it.
Yeah, and we were both saying earlier how we're looking forward to playing. We always play a Master League. We're looking forward to
can't wait this year's Master
League.
League. It's going to be great. Maybe we've been always debating about whether we should put it on the channel.
I know.
Comment if you want to see us. Let's play a Master League. Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
And we'll do that. But that is our look at our annual look at PES 2017 from Gamescom. It's looking fantastic. Let us know in the comments what you think of the game. And don't forget to subscribe as we have absolutely loads more coming up.